Well, I try to think. The past 8 years that I had to take care of my son. In 2013, in September, I went on a trip. I went to Cancun, Mexico. On the way, once I got there that Monday night, I got a phone call saying that my son had been shot and he was paralyzed. So I had to come off my trip, go to the hospital, straight to the hospital to see my son. I was horrified at what I saw. Some of the pictures I'm going to post, people say they understood. When I first saw my son, I said, who in the left my son like this? Who could harm him like this? It don't matter what he was doing. Long as he wasn't robbing nobody, which he was not. Not only did they shoot him in the back, they took him out of his car that he was driving, ran over him. 23 years old. Just turned 23. No matter what we do or how much we try to protect our kids growing up, yeah, I was a strict mom. They'll tell you that. Yeah, they didn't agree with everything, but a lot of it was to protect them from this cold world. When I made it to the hospital, I almost fainted. At first, trying to focus on my son. I wanted these people caught. They had did this to my son. It was consuming my soul, my spirit. Then I realized that I had to let it go to focus on getting my son healed. So that's what I did. I saw my baby go through so much. So much. I saw my son suffer a lot of injuries, not coming from him being shot, not coming from him being ran over by a car. I was even put out the hospital because what they was doing to him wasn't right. So I became a threat because they cut his colon, they injured his kidney, and then they come and tell me he was born with kidney problems. Guys, I am the mom that take her children, to the hospital, to doctor's appointments, to dentist appointments. Get blood work, get shots, get teeth cleaned. Where this come from? That was a lie. What can I do? Nothing. Because if I do anything, nobody ever touch my son. He'll never find a doctor. Excuse me. Nobody will touch him. So all injuries he didn't get, I don't say nothing about it. Because I want my son to live as long as he can. My son is a quadriplegic on a ventilator. I stayed in the hospital with my son for 9 months. He was at the hospital, went to the nursing home. They was horrible. You got to have some real good money for people to take care of your loved ones in a nursing home. From the day we got there, none of the equipment was set up for a quadriplegic patient on a ventilator. You know, I even got a video of the supervisor nursing at this nursing home telling me that she know what goes on. How the workers have been caught having sex, how the workers don't do their job. So they knew it is. How they steal the patient medication. Just a second. Sorry about that. All of that. This is what she was telling me. Thank you for waiting. I know ain't nobody here, but one day somebody will be. It was horrible. When I leave, they would do things to my son. And when I confronted them, now they scared of me. What you scared of me for? I'm just saying, do me like you do my son, like you did my son. He's a quadriplegic on a ventilator. He can't defend himself. You have no right to do what you did to him. I have saw respiratory take the trait off my son's neck and put his gloves on. Who does that? Hold on. Hello? Yes? Yes? I sent, I think 50 pieces of chicken. I sent 2 orders, one from JJ and the other one from another chicken place. It got, hold on, let me look at the receipt. Let me put y'all on speaker. Wow, what's wrong?
It's from J&J. Yeah, I'm the DoorDash delivery driver, and I just wanted to make sure the right person got the food.
Yeah.
Because I kept calling and nobody didn't answer the phone.
Well, I don't know why you didn't have my number. I'm sorry, sweetie. I did order.
You have to call to the app, and when I call to the app, the number that I'm calling is a Google Mail subscriber or something.
I don't know where that came up, really, but.
Let me see if I call you now and see what it do.
Okay.
See, this is the number that they direct me to call. I don't know why that's on that. Yeah, they got food delivery.
Because my address, my number is on here at 70873. It should be 737-1831.
Right. Oh, it's not. But look, baby, I got to continue my DoorDash. Let me give you this food so I can go.
Okay, which one was that, sweetie?
It's from J&J on 66 and Damien.
Okay, yep, that's one, and then y'all got another one coming, sweetie. Yeah, and that one would have.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry about y'all. All right.
All right, baby. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. Had a friend pass away. I sent some food to them because ain't nothing like friends, you know. But anyway, back on what's going on. The respiratory guy, you know, took my son straight off of his neck and just set it down while he put on his glove. Of course, I'm upset to see this because at this time he was not healthy enough for them to be doing that. And it never should have happened. But of course, yes, I went to head of nursing, head of respiratory, you know, supervisors. I brought them upstairs to show them, you know, I took care of my son. They didn't have to do anything. I'm the one that would. Only thing they did was assist me in changing him because if I didn't change my son always got bed sores because they don't clean the patients. They don't clean them. All they do is wipe, turn them back over. So while your loved ones are getting bed sores, it's because they're not being clean. Let's go to another. They put my son out of there because if you don't want me up there, you got to transfer my son. Yo, nursing home was stealing his medication while I was sitting there. They lacked the empathy of taking care of patients. They are killing patients. While I was there, this lady, bell rung for 5 minutes. Yep, 5 minutes, guys. While I sat there watching, bell ringing, her son come out there faithfully. Actually, somebody was there with her, but she went downstairs to smoke a cigarette. And when she came back, her mother-in-law was dead. When the nurse came up in my son's room, you know what I said? She didn't have to die. It was 10 nurses sitting around the nursing station. They weren't changing shift. Well, her light just ringing, ringing, ringing. And she was a top-notch lady. Oh, yeah. She was very special, and they didn't care about her. So I knew if I left my son, after they said I could no longer stay with him, he had to leave too. And they sent my son to the worstest nursing home, worse than them, Kendrick Hospital, Kendrick Nursing Home, Kendrick Nursing Rehabilitation Center. They are killing patients. This is a billion-dollar company in the state. Allow all these murders to happen up in the nursing home. I saw it. I saw patients chained to the bed with no respiratory in there, weaning them. Y'all want to know something? To be honest, my son should have never been weaned. Weaning is like trying to get them off the vent. Everybody that had been weaning my son from the first time he got shot injured my son more. When he got to a real specialty hospital, I was told my son never should have been being weaned. And we got to listen to them when they talking to us or telling us something. We got to. Because if we don't listen to them, we won't know what's going on. Your loved one, when they telling you, if you're not there with them and you come and visit them, listen to them. Because 10 out of 10, it's actually happening to them. Anything they tell you that these people up in these nursing homes are doing to them, that's what they doing to them. I want to educate you. I understand a lot of mothers cannot take care of their child. They got to work. They got other children. I understand that. If you look at the reviews, even before COVID came or any of that, it was bad reviews. I even called the police. The police cannot do nothing when you at a nursing home and you bringing that police to see what this hospital doing to the care of your loved ones. Ain't nothing they can do for you. Security guard there, come and look. Ain't nothing they can do for you. No matter how many injuries that my child suffered, or your child, or your loved one. He's not my only son. I got a son that's passed away. He passed away 2017. Again, mistakes from the doctors. Not knowing what was wrong with him at first, gave him medication and he went down. And he never recovered. He even was asking him, please call my mom. Again, he was on life support too. He tells me, I got the book. Please call my mom. He writing to them. Please help me. The Bluetooth keep coming off. The Bluetooth is a circuit. It's like it goes like a tray, but it's up to his mouth. So it kept coming off. They was taking their time coming to see about my son. This is my baby boy. The one now that's a quadriplegic on a ventilator, he's next to the baby boy. He got shot in 2013. My baby boy died in 2017. I couldn't get no help. So I knew when I take my son home that I would be taking care of him pretty much by myself without no help. People will tell you they'll be around. You got to have a system. And my system is me and my son and my husband. He is the only person out of 8 years since we've been married that helps me with my son 24/7. And trust me, I got a lot of family members, but I got other kids. I'm not asking nobody to stop their life. What I do look for is for the state to do the things that they say they have out here for disabled people. I've been here for 3 years. I can't get a nurse. I can't get physical therapy. I can't get occupational therapy. I can't get nothing that the state says that my son should get or have since he been shot. Honestly, I had to fight for everything for him. And this is what you got to do. You got to fight for your loved ones. You got to fight to make sure, just because they think they gonna, that don't mean that they don't get the services that they supposed to have. Or the care. Because doctors think every time they see a patient, a quad, or disabled, they in the home, he in the home, That's what they always ask me. Is he in the home? No, he's at home with his mom. He's homebound with his mom and his family. They had no knowledge of how to take care of him. I got one good doctor down here, and that's his respiratory doctor. And he helped the doctor in Chicago. I got to take my son all the way to Northwestern, 3 hours away, because he can't get no care down here in South Central Illinois, which on their site say these things are here. Thank God they gave him more hours, but not for an agency, for me to take care of him, because there's no agency that could take care of him. People down here going to nursing home. Not too many people down here living homebound with their loved ones, unless they're in hospice. And they get better service when they're in hospice. Because I live in a rich little town. Most people put their family in nursing homes, or they're in hospice, so the family keep them home for that little time until they leave, till they pass away. Well, my son been living 8 years. I'm not mad. This is just how I talk. People always think I'm mad, I'm angry. No, it's just how I talk, with a lot of expression. Who gives? What gives? I just don't get it. Not because it ain't a black thing. That's not a black thing. It's a money thing. Because I know white people going through the same thing I'm going through. But if it's anything or any information, parents, moms, your child get hurt, injured, real bad, you got to know the first steps to take. I remember my son had to wait 6 months for Social Security. Ain't nothing gonna change. Nothing gonna change. He's gonna be like this the rest of his life. What, he magically gonna get up and walk before 6 months? I don't think so. But also, I do know that Social Security have changed that, from my understanding, that a person that's injured real bad and they paralyzed or whatever, there's going to be more than a year or 6 months. They putting them on. That's what I heard. I don't know. But also, you got to be on what you need to be on, or have a dedicated person to do it. The social workers used to help you fill out these forms, Social Security. If your loved one gets shot or killed, it's this form where you could get so much money. But guess what? If they feel it was a drug, something that caused that person to get hurt, they deny you the money. They deny you the money. My son was shot in the back in his car, taken out of his car, ran over by the car. So he initiated that to them, because that's what they do to us. He wouldn't have never got the money even if they gave it to him, because now they want his medical bills, I'm pretty sure, way over $1 million. So any medical bills get paid first. So that was a waste of time filling that out, because they weren't going to give it to him anyway. Anybody that get killed on or shot on Chicago, Illinois streets or whatever should be compensated, because he didn't deserve that. He didn't ask for that. He didn't even know these boys. But of course, It's always a drug deal, or of course, it's something else that they say it is. But they didn't take custody of his coat, none of that. To take fingerprints, nothing. They had the guys. They had him and let him go. They had videos of who was coming in and out that block that time of morning. And you know what, y'all? You know what really hurt? Is when people are so afraid to speak up. Some people I know saw it, but they wouldn't talk to the police. Now, one time that I know you, and I know the type of mama you is, and I saw your son get shot, and I'm not going to tell. I'm not afraid of nobody, first of all. We talking about some crackhead, dope fiends that was looking for money to kill somebody, and y'all they was afraid. I don't know. I stopped the silence. Killing each other, shooting each other. I don't even think it's about drugs. I don't even think it's about gang no more. But anyway, let's get back on these hospitals. Go to Kendrick Hospital. This was in the end of 2013 in December. I swear I ain't never saw no old furniture like that at a hospital, but in the early 70s. Their equipment is so out of date. It's a shame. They injured my son's knee. His knee was swollen. I go up in there. My son got bowel on him and she exercising him with bowel running all down him. What's wrong with you? Medication being stolen. I had to show people I'm not crazy. Why she only bring one pill in here? Let me tell y'all something else. There's no way, even with the COVID shots, that I'm going to get a shot that I did not see them put whatever medication in that needle. I see people walk up and just get a shot. Did you see them put what they put in that needle? They supposed to do everything in front of y'all. When you in the hospital, they supposed to open your medication in front of you. They don't supposed to open your medicine at the nurse's station or outside of your room and bring a cup in there. No. What is wrong with y'all? I want to see what they're giving me. I want to read. I want to make sure what they're giving me or my son or any of my loved ones, they getting their medication. Because what y'all fail to understand is that they're not getting their medicine. They steal it. I saw the nurses at RML. As soon as they through giving a patient medicine, they run to their car. Why? Why they run in their car? To put that medicine that they didn't stole from them patients in their car. I saw this. My son wasn't sleeping. I said, wait a minute. When he was at the county, he was sleeping good. They give him 300 triazolone. My son be knocked out. At least I could sneak out the room for a little while. You know? All of a sudden he get the RML. He in a lot of pain. You know when somebody ain't resting because their eyes, they get all the blackness under their eye. He looked it so tired. What's going on? Hey, let me see that medicine. No, he get 300 triazolone, 3 pills. They 100 milligrams a piece. And all his pain medicine was aspirin. So listen to your loved ones when they're in the nursing home. Make sure if it's your child and they injured again so bad, apply for these services. Put them on Social Security. That's the first thing you need to do. Public aid, the first thing you guys need to do. unless they have insurance with you or the father. And even if you're getting a medical card and food stamps, they still entitled to Social Security, no matter what their age are. If they injured that bad, where they never walk again, or they're going to be down for a year. Do your homework. Let's do this together. You guys have a nice rest of this December the 7th, Tuesday, and I'll see y'all later.